Alrighty, I've got my old battery off and the new one next to it. I'm just going to do a quick test to see what the differences are. I don't have to do this, but you know, always good to see. Got the battery tester on. It's okay. This is a 145 amp hour battery I've already set up. Doing a quick test. We know it's dead anyway. And as you can see, that's down to 11.88 volts. The state of charge is 38%. Let's stick it on the other one. Face to power up. Try and get a good angle there. Quick test. Okay. So it's 160 amp hour. Bearing in mind this is a brand new battery, and as you can see, state of the start charge is 79%. So even though it's a new battery, it's still low on charge. So what we need to do is stick it on a boost charge, which a lot of manufacturers recommend before we put it back on the bike. So I'll do that now. So we get it on charge, let that bubble away for a few hours. Some people take the vent caps off. You could do on a good charge up, but we do have a vent on the end here, so it is going to vent any gases off. Usual story, no smoking near it, no sparks and naked flames or anything like that, because it is hydrogen gas, so just be careful.
The next day.
So I took the new battery off charge a couple of hours ago, so it should have settled down by now. So let's see how much charge we've actually got in it, what it's reading. Yeah, 160 amp, testing. There we go, 12.89, 100%. That's really good. Righty, time to try and get this back in. Piece of advice as well, when you're connecting batteries up, always connect the one that's attached to the frame last. That's where if your spanner or whatever touches any of the terminals and the frame at the same time, it won't short out. Unless of course you've got a positive earth system, and you do positive last. So positive one first, nip that up with a spanner. You look, touch your bits of metal, what thing's happening? Not going to go over tight. Right, so they're all nice and tight. That battery's in there. We'll put the breather pipe on. It's right up against there, so I should have fitted that first. That was good planning. All this does is directs any vapours and liquids that do come out your battery away from your paintwork. And what I'll do, we'll cable tie that off somewhere later on once I've tied everything up. That's a hole there for it. There we go, come out of there. I can trim that to size. I need to. The question is now, have we got power enough to crank? Ignition on, yeah. So lights on. Why are the lights on? Let's turn the lights off. days, and the oil pressure warning light went out. Even better. Right, might as well do a quick lights check while we're here. So, ignition on. Headlights working. High-low beam. Horn. Tail lights working. We've got brake. There's one. There's two. That back brake needs bleeding a bit. We've also got white light there. Happy days. So the original battery was on a battery maintainer probably about 3 years, and I never bothered checking the levels. And as you can see on that, I've marked on there where all the existing electrolyte levels are, and it's bubbled away over the years, and that's with it being on a battery maintainer. So if you do have one of those units, it is advisable to check the levels every so often. As you can see there, upper level, lower level, just make sure it's between that, and top up with distilled water. Okay, so nothing with any minerals in or chlorine or anything like that. Bit of distilled water you can get from many auto factors. So I've got a good battery fitted now. That is one less thing to go wrong and one less problem, because a lot of your electrical problems can stem from dodgy batteries. So even if you've got one that says it's 12 volts or 11.5, it can give you electrical issues. I'll stick a little chart up as well which gives you a rough idea of what your battery charge should be. You know, even starting issues, sometimes it'll crank over and it won't start. It's the starter motor's taking all the current from the battery away from your ignition system, giving you a much weaker spark, which isn't going to help you starting, especially when it's cold. So next video I'm going to finish off the timing advance unit, get that all put back together properly. I'll clean the carbs out a little bit, just the fuel bowls and everything, because they have been sat for a while, and then we'll see if we can get it started. Thanks for watching. I haven't stuck any grease on the battery terminals because I might need to disconnect it again. I don't want to get everything covered in grease, so that's the reason why.